Okay, so good morning and welcome back. Because of the absolutely amazing weather and the time of the year that it is, I'm not actually up to too much more maintenance. So I decided to just do a review of some of the machinery we bought this year. So I was planning on starting with the wrapper and then the swarter, the fertilizer spreader, the 3645 and onto the combine, but because we were doing a job on the swarter today, I'm going to start on it and we'll see where we go from there. So here we are looking at the swarter. It's a McHale 6878, as you can see here. It still needs to be washed down, but Dan usually does a fairly good job of keeping it clean through the season. It's on the 3645 here at the moment, just pulling it out because the 5120s on the big wheels. All in all, it seems like a good swarter. There's 6 of the small land wheels on it. It goes from 6.8 meters out to 7.8 meters, so it's a little bit too small for the silage harvester. We had the choice between the 6272 McHale or the 6878 McHale, and we went for the bigger one. But in retrospect, we should have bought a bigger one as well, because the Massey baler is actually well able to take grass and straw and hay and so on and so forth, versus the McHale we had. We'll fold it out here and we'll have a look at some of the perks or some of the things I like about it. As I said, I think I drove it maybe twice this year. 99% of the work was done by Dan or Adrian. So anyway, look, we'll fold it out and see how it looks. Okay, so we have it open here now, and it's at full width, so it's sitting at 7.8 meters wide. I'll just bring it around here to the measure. So, as you can see here with the measure, in transport position it folds down, so it folds up. You then let down the reel and it locks it into position, and then at full width it's at 7.8 meters. So it brings in a fine sort of grass for the harvester, but even in first cut silage, the harvester barely even felt it. When we bought it, we had a spec with the wider wheels on it, well, it was just any spec to put on it. It was great. It has the adjustable cam here. Actually, a bit of grass bit there. Oh, yeah. So it has the adjustable cam and a grease bank of grease nipples. Ooh, I hit my head off this thing. Adjustable PTOs and down to that PTO. We usually only run it for baling. We only run the tractor around 1200 revs, which is about what, 320, 350 rotations per minute, because we like having a wider sward. It fills the bale better and you're able to fit more in the bale and make a more square bale. One of the things I like about it is that these are adjustable, so you can fold them down for the road and up for the field, or vice versa depending on the lane you're on. She's on rubber hoses, which is really good, instead of we had a Lely before this and a Class before it, and they were all steel hoses and they were always bursting, so at least if a rubber one breaks you just change it out. It is a good machine, and it gives a really good swart. I drove the baler, one of the balers, the lily one we had on the go, behind both it and Cavernaland swarter this year, and the bales that came out from behind it were far superior. Now I don't know whether that's just because it's our driver or not, but very happy with it. You know, I'll attach some pictures to the video and you can see what it looked like on the move. Okay, this is the control for the rotors. So let's see if we flick this. Flick it right and left and center. So in the center, it will lift up both sides together. Whereas if we take this and flick it to the left, it can only lift up this side. So you can see that side is still down. Then I flick it to the other side, and we can lift that side up like so. And then the same for going down, and then going down like that. And then both up together. It is a great job for doing short work. The biggest problem with it is that when that side is up in the air and this side is down, this wheel is like this. And that's okay when we're sitting here in the shed, but when we're in the field, we really don't want it like that, especially considering, like, look, I know you can't see it from here, but like we have hills. We're in Wicklow, like, no point saying anything different. And it's just not ideal. So we think we're gonna have to put wheel weights on it. But other than that, like, I've no major complaints about it. It's narrower than the lily we had. It travels well on the road. All in all, it's a good machine. But we'll just have to wait and see. So we're more than likely going to have this machine for a couple of years. I don't know if you can hear me over the tractor. We're more than likely going to have the machine for a couple of years. I'd say we'll probably keep it 5 or 6 years and then change it out. It'll depend on that wheel. So far, I'm well impressed. I'm half thinking about buying an older class Liner 880 or something that'll take in 30 or 32 foot of grass for the self-belt, and then just leaving that for the baler, because the baler requires, I'm sure you know yourself, that the swart or the self-belt, it doesn't have to be a perfect swart as long as it's narrow enough for the pickup. But with the baler, it needs to be doing a good swart the whole time, or else it won't be make a good bale. So might just run that ahead of the baler. I'm hoping to add another tractor to the yard, which will bring us up to 7, which means I can spare 2 tractors for swarters, 3 tractors for drawing, 1 for mowing and 1 for the baler. And then I'll hire in a tractor then to draw the bales, because we're not really set up for it at the moment. We're looking at buying a Caltech, but we're trying to find a clean enough second-hand one. It's difficult enough because only half the yards we go into will actually allow for a Caltech. The rest are going to have to draw on with double bailiff front and back like we always do, which I'll attach a picture for you to see. So we'll just have to wait and see, really. But we'll see. I don't think there's any point on changing it for a bigger one, because then you'll get into that crop of grass that the baler just won't take. Like the McHale, when we got it, was a phenomenal machine, but every so often you'd find a crop that it wouldn't take in, not for love nor money. So look, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to attach whatever photos I can gather from the driver, just so you can see if it'll work. And you'll probably be talking to me again soon, or listening to me again soon when I pull out whatever machine's next. Take care.